Hey guys, it's me again. Yes, I'm back in my sleep shirt. I promise this is my last night wearing it because I'm flying out in the morning for my trip. But this episode is going to be a repeat of a episode that I already had filmed called like bringing your relationship to college or something like that. Something about how like if you're dating someone, like the challenges of starting freshman year with them. And I wanted to redo this video because when I recorded that video, I was actually enrolled in a technical college. I was still living at home. I did have the college experience, but it wasn't the complete one. I wasn't on my own completely yet, but I did move out. I did live in a dorm for a semester, attended the biggest university in the state for a semester, so I did get a lot more experience and a lot more insight on dating your current person and bringing them into college. Now, if you are looking for advice for beginning relationships in college, like how to date when you get here, this is not the video for this. This is just like bringing your boyfriend or girlfriend into college, like freshman year. So I want to start off with page 216 of The Naked Roommate, which is the college survival guide. This book covers everything from STDs to talking with your advisor to choosing a major to hookups to drinking to smoking, money, laundry, scholarships, grants, loans, checking accounts, Greek life, sports, getting involved on campus, clubs, suicide, noisy, naughty, and nasty roommates. Like, this book covers everything. It's a really good book. It's by Harlan Cohen. If you want to get it, if you're a rising freshman, definitely is a good guide. It gives you phone numbers for all these different organizations. But page 216, the tip is tip number 58, high school bitter sweetheart. And it says, do not take your high school girlfriend or boyfriend to school and break up with them when you leave for college. This is basically Harlan's whole view on the whole thing. Like, dating is not a good idea freshman year. I'm breaking out all over my neck. Look, I gave this fraction in one of my other videos. Wait, no, I didn't. I never uploaded that video. I recorded a video, but I never uploaded it. All the couples that I know that started freshman year, if I had to scale them down to a fraction, let's say 10 couples I know went into freshman year together, only 2 of them came out. 80% of them fell apart. It's very hard to keep your relationship during college, and even if you think you have the strongest relationship, even if you're confident, oh, we're going to be fine, you'd be surprised. Like, a lot happens. Everything changes. I'm not saying you can't do it, because maybe you're going to be in that 20% that does make it. However, any person you talk to is going to tell you, watch out. And I'm a pretty optimistic person. I believe, if you love someone, anything can work. However, freshman year is normally not the time. Nothing helps your relationship freshman year. There's nothing good for your relationship freshman year. Nothing feeds it. There's nothing that can keep it alive. Everything that will happen to you freshman year is only designed to break you apart. Whether it's the workload, the parties, all the events, living with different genders on the same hall, going to classrooms the size of movie theaters, everything you will do, it will wedge in between you and your boyfriend or your girlfriend if you are not stable or confident in what you have. Like I said, that's not to say you can't do it, because it's completely possible, but it did ruin relationships that I never thought would have fell apart. My friend and his girlfriend were together for 4 years. They broke up in the middle of freshman year. One of my best friends and her boyfriend, they were together for 2 years. They broke up. Another friend of mine and her boyfriend were together for a year, and they broke up. I'm an example. Literally, there's so many examples of people that broke up. And the only 2 couples, that 20% that I mentioned that stay together, one of them, she's been with her boyfriend for 8 years, and the other one has been with her boyfriend for 6 years. So, clearly, they have a lot more stable foundation, but it's not a good atmosphere to date. And, if you love someone, definitely put the effort in. Put the effort in. I don't think you should break up with them before college starts, but give it a shot. If you guys are attending the same university, give it a shot, try to hang out with them maybe once, maybe every 2 days, try to see them, maybe get lunch with them, hang out with them in between classes. Definitely, hang out in each other's dorms, but don't overdo it, don't overkill, because, they're surrounded by all these new people all of a sudden, all these new boys or all these new girls. And they're going to want to be able to miss you, and they're not going to be able to miss you if you're constantly staying at their dorm or constantly this, constantly that. So make sure you leave that space in between y'all, but not too much space as to where they're tempted to cheat or tempted to lie to you or tempted to do things without telling you. So I think I said page 218. I said 218, right? However, if y'all are going to a different college, that makes it 10 times harder. I would say still give it a shot. Clearly you guys can't hang out, but definitely take advantage of FaceTime, take advantage of the phone calls, definitely stay in communication over text messaging, but long distance plus college starting for the both of y'all, that's a very, very difficult situation. But I'm just going to read more of what this page says. I know it sounds harsh, but take it from someone who goes to an all-girls school. All the girls I know my freshman year who had boyfriends had lots of problems socially. They would spend a lot of time on the phone with their boys and not getting to know their hallmates or classmates, nor doing their work. Also, you won't want to go out party or get to know other guys because you'll feel like you're cheating, and that can cause problems for, trust issues with your boyfriend. Whether your boy is still in high school or going to a school nearby, dump him, at least for your first semester, and you'll understand later. The big question is, should I keep him or dump him? Lose her or keep loving her? Do you end something that is still fresh and good? Does high school love have a place in college? Does staying together keep you from meeting people and being a part of the college life? What is the best thing to do if you want to experience college life but you don't want to lose your first love and what might be the true love of your life? My answer, don't be quick to ditch it. Enjoy it while you got it. Until you get to college, until you go to classes, until you figure out what it's like to be in college, don't be so quick to cut all your ties. Besides, it's nice to have a close friend to keep you balanced during an unstable time. Figure out once you get there. Big deal if you miss out on a few weeks of random hooking up. It'll still be there if you want to experience it. Plan on staying together until it no longer feels right. That said, if you have serious doubts before you go into college, and if you have doubts just by listening to this, end it. If you have doubts when you go to college, then it's not right. And then it's not right, end it. If you have doubts while reading this book, it's not the right thing, so end it. Here's the best tip for you. Follow your heart. Be honest with your significant other. Respect what he or she has to say, whether you're on the giving or receiving end. And do not cheat. It's tempting to have your high school sweetie in the wings while you date your entire campus, knowing that you always have something or someone to go home to. But cheating is bad. It's not loving. It's not necessary. And it only taints what you had. Bottom line. It literally says bottom line. High school relationships do not pack well when taken to college. They're extremely fragile, and most will break. Should you take yours with you, understand that it might break, but don't throw it away before it's broken because some can survive. And I completely agree with that. The 80% that broke up didn't think they'd be in the 80%. They thought they'd be in the 20, just like I did. I thought I'd be in the 20. But unfortunately, life hits you. College is hard, and all of a sudden it reveals things that you never even knew. Like, it reveals your weaknesses before you even knew you had those weaknesses. It's kind of like blacklighting. You could look at a wall and it could be totally fine, but college is that light, the black light that shines on the wall, and all of a sudden there's all these like writing and like scratches and like whatever, all these words. Like, it reveals parts of you that you didn't even know existed. Like, you never knew that you had an insecurity problem until your boyfriend was surrounded with all these gorgeous girls, and now all of a sudden you're very insecure. Or if you're a guy, you never realized how you're not really that buff, you're not really all that big, and you feel like your girl's going to easily be swept off her feet by another guy who's 10 times bigger than you because college has all kinds of people in it. So you're all of a sudden going to realize all these things. It's like you're putting on a whole new pair of glasses that just reveal you to all of your insecurities, all your weaknesses, all your blemishes, and you're going to be very scared. You and your boyfriend, you and your girlfriend are going to be very scared, and it is going to be very hard. One day, 80% of y'all are going to have to talk like, why are we still doing this? Why are we still doing this? There are pros to dating in college for sure. You do miss out on a lot, but if you're with the love of your life, if you're with someone that you truly love, it's completely worth it. Because think about it. This is something that I always told my ex. Everybody in college wants to be in love. That's why they're going to all these parties. That's why they're hooking up with all these people, because whether or not they want to admit it, they want to find love. So why would you, being completely in love with someone, throw that away so you can enjoy what they're doing for what you have? You know what I mean? Like, they want what you have, but you don't realize that, so you just throw away the love that they're looking for to hang out with them and get drunk with them and party with them. Like, You don't understand, like, you just made yourself one of them, but you were already better than them. You were already ahead. So keep that in mind. Like, people are looking for what you have. People are searching for that bond, that connection. If you have it, do not throw it away, because I promise you it's rare and it's a gem. It will require work, it will require maintenance, and it will require times where you have to say no to a frat party, or no to a SRAT party, or no to anything, because you don't want to make your boyfriend or girlfriend uncomfortable. Yes, it's college, and yes, it's the only time you're gonna do this. But you have to be 100% confident that you're willing to miss out on some things for the person that you're with. If you have a doubt, if you say, well, you know, I love him, but I really do want to experience college, leave him. Someone just commented on my YouTube video. I can't read it right now, I'm sorry. But leave him. If there's any doubt in your mind, I promise you that doubt is only going to blow up. That doubt is only going to worsen. That doubt is only going to thicken, and it will eventually build you up. The only way it's going to last is if you are 100% sure that it's going to. Not 99. 99 is not enough. 100. Like, I'm 100% that it's raining right now. Like, it literally is raining right now. I'm 100% sure that my flight takes off at 4:50 tomorrow. I'm 100% sure that, like, well, I don't know how much I weigh. I was going to say that I weigh blank pounds, but I don't know how much I weigh. I'm 100% sure I'm wearing a Kendra Scott necklace and a shirt with a crab on it, and my hair is in a ponytail to the left. Like, you have to be 100% sure that you want this person, and that you want to keep this person. And if you even think about it falling apart, like, think about cheating, think about anything, you need to let it go. Because I promise you, your fears, like I said, your fears, those blemishes, they will only get stronger, only get bigger, because college is designed to feed your weaknesses. If you're insecure about yourself now, you're only going to be more insecure about yourself once you get there. Me, I'm very confident. I'm super confident. Like, I'll talk to anybody about anything. Like, I'm comfortable in my body. Like, I love myself. But when I started college at USC, I hated myself. I was like, I'm so fat. I have short hair. I have too many people. Like, college will. It does get to you. It does get to you, and it shouldn't. But even the most confident people, the most confident relationships, they will struggle. And even if your relationship is very sturdy and strong, it'll still struggle. Not to say it will break up, but, like, even that 20% that survived, they still struggled. Of course, everyone's going to struggle, but some survive the struggle and some don't. So that's something that you have to remember. And I'm not trying to be optimistic. I'm not trying to scare you. But if you are entering college from a high school relationship, you do need to be careful. Have the talk with your boyfriend and girlfriend and say, look, like, I love you. What do you want to do? Are you confident in this? And don't let them think about it for a second. If they go, break up with them, you need to, like, know for sure. So that's pretty much all I want to say. And please listen to me when I say, like, confidence is key. Because any insecurities, college and the people that go to your college will find that loophole, and they will wedge in it like a pore and make it bigger and bigger and bigger. But if you are completely sealed up, you will be fine. But if you leave the slightest crack, I promise you everything will get inside that crack and expand it. So best of luck. Let me know if you have any questions or anything, and I promise you I will get to it eventually. But other than that, have a good summer and good luck your freshman year, and I'm always here to help. Bye, guys.